Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today, well, it's a deep analysis of maybe the most wonderfully chaotic stack of sources we've ever tackled. Seriously.
Really is something.
We're talking a huge collection of free ebook summaries, everything from classic Charles Dickens to these super niche business guides, and my personal favorite, a very generous helping of paranormal romance.
It's a fascinating snapshot, isn't it, of what people are reading right now.
Huh.
So our goal for you is basically to boil it all down,
Right?
get the most engaging ideas, maybe some surprising themes that pop up, and, any really practical takeaways. We want you to get the good stuff without feeling totally buried.
Yeah, because we're covering, well, everything. High-stakes crime, some pretty old-school self-help philosophy about finding happiness.
Entrepreneurial guides.
Exactly, and a whole universe of romance fiction, like really specific stuff. So let's not waste any time. We should probably jump straight into crime and chaos first.
Sounds good. Let's start with the gritty end of things, the crime thriller Bad to the Bones. What really jumped out at me was how the main character, Evan Buckley, is kind of defined by his past failures.
Oh, absolutely. He's haunted, right? Specifically by his wife Sarah disappearing. The summary really hammers home that he's, quote, at the end of his tether. Because his last big case just went south, completely disastrous. So he's got this, professional low self-esteem that feels almost worse than any bad guy he's facing.
And then he takes this new case, Linda Clayton. Her son vanished 10 years ago. Then her husband just took off.
Wow.
Yeah. And I feel like Evan's trying so hard to find answers for her. Maybe because he just can't find any for himself,
Yeah, that makes sense. He needs that win, that redemption.
Yeah, exactly. Which puts him right in the path of a killer who wants all those secrets to stay buried. Desperate situation.
It makes you wonder, though, thinking about mindset. Is his failure thing, internal, a self-fulfilling prophecy? Or is he just genuinely hitting a really bad run of luck but pushing through?
That's a great question. The tension, right?
Yeah, the really high-tension side of the genre.
Yeah, that's a really interesting thread, the mindset angle.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of totally different approaches to chaos, let's shift gears completely. Think sunshine, cruise ships.
Okay. A bit lighter.
Definitely lighter, but still, chaos. We're looking at the cozy mystery, drugged on deck.
Yeah.
So no more brooding PIS.
Right. This protagonist, Hope Harper, she's dealing with something, well, honestly, maybe more relatable for a lot of us, professional frustration.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Passed over for a promotion she felt she really earned.
Yeah, losing out to, what was it, a pretentious young man with less experience. Ouch.
Exactly. And that feeling, that resentment, that's apparently what kicks off all the trouble on her vacation.
Yeah.
It's a catalyst.
Yeah. So workplace drama leads to, well, actual drama. On the high seas, no less, during a rowdy family reunion.
Classic, cozy setup, fast-paced fun, twists.
Yeah.
But underneath, it's that feeling of being, betrayed or undervalued at work, which is kind of its own form of violence, isn't it? That's a sharp take. Okay, so from moral compromises and accidental mayhem, we pivot. Let's talk about success, but in the practical world. Nonfiction time.
Getting things done,
Yeah.
feeling good about it. We've got two interesting ones here. Florence Scovel Shinn's classic, The Game of Life, and How to Play It.
A real enduring one.
Definitely. And then a very modern business guide. Let's maybe start with the business roadmap. It's called Sign and Thrive.
Okay. This one seems super specific. It's for people wanting to build financial independence, fast.
Yeah.
Focusing on becoming a mobile notary and loan signing agent, which, for anyone not familiar, is basically a specialist handling the final paperwork for big deals, mortgages, stuff like that, often travels to the client.
And the appeal is pretty clear. Flexible schedule, they talk about potential for 6 figures.
Wow.
Relatively cheap to start up, easy to learn the ropes, apparently. And they add this detail about doing work in service to others, which is a nice touch.
Yeah, it sounds like the perfect escape hatch for someone maybe burnt out from a regular corporate gig. Exactly. But here's where it gets really interesting, especially thinking about persistence. The author, Bill Soroka, the source notes he tried and failed 26 times with various businesses before he actually made it big in this industry.
26 times, that's a lot of failing.
It really is. It's like concrete proof that sometimes success just means sticking with it through failure after failure after failure. Relentless persistence.
Okay, but hang on, because that leads us straight into this tension with the other book, right, with Shinn.
Precisely. Because Shinn's philosophy, which has been around for, decades, it kind of argues the opposite, doesn't it? That the external struggle isn't the main thing. It's about internal alignment.
Right. Let's maybe break down her main ideas. For anyone listening who wants actionable stuff, not just, philosophy.
Good idea. So Shin basically teaches 4 key things. 1, the law of attraction. Got to align your thoughts, your emotions to attract good stuff.
Yeah.
2, the power of your imagination. Visualize what you want and, expect it to happen.
Expect it, not just hope for it.
Exactly. 3, faith over fear. Choose to believe in positive outcomes. That removes the negative resistance. And 4, non-resistance and forgiveness. Basically, let go of conflict, let go of fighting against things to make space for good things to come in.
So what's striking about Shin, especially next to Soroka's 26 tries, she really emphasizes the internal work. She kind of suggests that if you're truly aligned, success should, well, maybe not be effortless, but it should flow more easily, less struggle.
Yeah, that's the core of it. So putting them together, it raises this big question for you, the listener, right? Do you need to grind through 26 failed attempts, like Soroka, proving your grit? Or should you focus on adjusting your internal state, like Shin suggests, so maybe the right opportunity just shows up and works out?
Persistence versus effortless alignment.
Exactly. That contradiction, that tension, that's maybe the biggest takeaway from comparing these 2 nonfiction guides.
That's definitely something to chew on. Okay, hold that thought, that framework, because now we're diving headfirst into the wild world of romance tropes.
Wide, weird, and wonderful, as you said.
And the sheer variety here kind of suggests that this better life everyone's looking for, well, you can find it, or at least aspire to it, in loads of really specific fictional ways.
We got 5 very distinct flavors from the sources. Maybe instead of just listing them, we can group them by the kind of conflict they present.
Oh, good idea. Keeps it less like a reading list. Okay, where should we start? How about the conflict between, say, ambition and love?
Perfect. First up, we have a sweet small-town romance called Callaway Cove. The protagonist, Andi Callaway, she goes back to her hometown. Why? To chase her dream of being a published author. It was actually her mom's dying wish for her.
Okay, so high personal stakes already.
Right. And then she takes a job as an assistant to this famous novelist, Ford Delaney, who is naturally described as moody and sullen as he is handsome.
Of course he is.
And deeply wounded naturally. So the conflict is right there. If she falls for this guy, does it wreck her professional dreams? Or maybe even worse, does it betray her promise to her mom?
Ambition versus the heart. Classic. Okay, paired with that.
Let's pair it with Storm the Castle. This one's a contemporary Highlander romance. The ambition here seems more about financial security, maybe. It starts with a great line. A Highlander walks into a bar.
Love it.
Our heroine, Matilda, she's tempted by this Scott Callum. He's huge, overbearing, wants to sweep her off to his mighty tower. But
there's always a bug.
Always. She's just gotten a marriage proposal, one that offers, quote, everything she ever wanted apart from love.
Oof. So security versus passion?
Pretty much.
Right.
She has to choose. And Callum, he's not just there for romance. He's trying to reclaim some massive debt that threatens his ancestral home where he apparently raised his 3 brothers. So everyone's got high stakes.
Okay. Ambition and love, security and passion. What's next? Maybe situations where the conflict is managing lies, like pressure cooker scenarios.
Yeah, good category. Yeah. First, we have a lesbian romance, Pretend You're Mine. Lauren's life in New York City is a bit of a mess. She quit her job, lives in a tiny apartment.
The classic closet apartment.
Right. And for months, she's been telling her parents about this perfect girlfriend she has, who doesn't actually exist.
Uh-oh.
Big uh-oh. Because her parents are coming to visit for her 30th birthday. And they expect to meet this amazing, invented girlfriend.
Oh, the stress. That's immediate panic time.
Totally. High-stakes decisions needed,
Yeah.
like yesterday.
Okay, paired with that kind of pressure.
Let's go with the time travel romance, Gladly Beyond. The conflict here feels more structural. It involves an ancient family curse in Florence, Italy, affecting 3 brothers.
Time travel and a curse. Okay.
But the really intriguing part, the bit that adds this layer of immediate mystery and pressure for the protagonist, Claire Raythorn, she's already dealing with some past trauma.
Huh.
And she's being hunted.
Hunted? By who?
By a mysterious stalker.
Yeah.
Who looks like, get this, Mr. Darcy from BBC Central Casting.
No way.
Yes way. And weirdly, he only shows up in her photographs.
Okay, that's definitely high concept. Past, present, supernatural, stalker Darcy.
Wow.
Collision course. All right. We absolutely cannot leave romance without hitting the wildest one in the stack, where basically all the concepts just smash together.
You must mean the paranormal reverse harem romance, Medusa's Destiny.
That's the one.
A quick jargon check for everyone. Reverse harem. means one female protagonist, multiple love interests, usually 3 or more guys focused on her.
Got it. And in this case?
The protagonist is an immortal woman. She has, and I quote, a giant crap pile of a life.
Okay.
And she's cursed. Kills people with just a glance. Use it, right?
Right, classic Medusa curse. So where do the guys come in?
She gets kidnapped by 3 mouth-wateringly sexy gargoyles.
Sexy gargoyles, okay.
Who might want her dead, or maybe not. But they drag her along on some dangerous mission anyway.
The contrast between an ancient deadly curse and the phrase crap pile of a life is just perfect. It really shows the range, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. A truly, truly dizzying array of fictional hopes and dreams and sexy gargoyles.
Indeed. Okay, maybe let's bring it back down to earth a bit, or at least back to the bookshelf anchor. We need to talk about the classic lit entry.
Good call. To ground us after the gargoyles, let's wrap the analysis with Charles Dickens, his huge work, A Tale of Two Cities.
Set, of course, late 18th century, London and Paris, French Revolution roaring in the background. It's fundamentally a story about identity, revolution, and substitution, really.
Yeah, and Dickens definitely critiques both sides, doesn't he? The aristocratic tyranny and the revolutionary excess. You get that chilling image of Madame Defarge just knitting away while the guillotine falls.
Such a powerful image.
But the novel's lasting power, it isn't really the politics, is it? It's the personal stuff, the human drama.
Totally. And what's so fascinating is that core mechanism of the plot. Sidney Carton, this kind of failed, cynical lawyer.
Yeah.
He finds his purpose, his redemption, by sacrificing his own life for Charles Darnay, the guy who just happens to look exactly like him.
It's all about self-worth, isn't it? Resurrection, in a way. Dickens seems to be saying you can redeem a whole wasted life with just one truly selfless act.
And Carton, right at the end, he kind of resolves that tension we were talking about earlier. Failure, persistence, purpose.
How so?
Well, he finally finds that meaning, that internal alignment maybe Shin would approve of through this ultimate self-sacrifice, but only after living a life that felt a bit like Soroka's journey, a life marked by failure and cynicism.
Ah, that's a great connection. He finds Shin's peace, but only after living Soroka's struggle.
It is a far, far better thing that I do. A far, far better ending to a really complex life.
Wow, what a journey we've taken just now. From manifesting success with Shin to grinding through 26 failures with Soroka.
To finding redemption, whether it's Carton's sacrifice or being kidnapped by those sexy gargoyles.
That covers the spectrum.
The sheer variety of knowledge and stories available for free, it's honestly incredible. And it really highlights that maybe the core drive in all these sources, fiction or nonfiction, is that search for a better life.
Yeah, absolutely. A life with more purpose or more love or just financial freedom. Whatever better means to you.
Which brings us right back to that core tension we found today, doesn't it?
It does. Bill Soroka fails 26 times, teaching us we might just need to grind it out. Persistence is key.
But then Florence Scovel Shinn tells us, no, align your faith, expect good things, and maybe they'll come more easily. Effortless alignment.
So here's the final thought we want to leave you with today. If persistence, like Soroka's, is maybe required just to find the right path.
Sifting through the 26 failures.
Right. But alignment, like Shin teaches, is needed to actually succeed on that path once you find it.
Okay.
How does understanding that dynamic, that interplay between persistence and alignment, maybe change how you approach your own next big goal, your next project, your next dream?
What stands out most to you as the key lesson from this really diverse mix of sources we dove into today?
Something to think about until our next deep dive.
Until then, happy reading.